Hello YouTube, it's DomiNations Tips with another episode. So, today let's talk about world wonders and nations. It's a quite big topic, so I'm starting really fast and going over to my pictures. I made myself a little effort to explain it to you and to sum it up in a picture and in a little graphic so that you can easily understand and see what I mean. So, let's start with the nations, which nation to take. So, before you take a nation or before you choose or change a nation, I would highly recommend to you to overthink what kind of player you are. There are two kinds of players, I think. Active players or aggressive players and passive players, which are not often online as a multiplayer. How aggressive and how often you are online is not important, but if you are, I think, 3 or 4 times a day or daily online and getting an attack or attacking someone, you are active, I would say. Otherwise, you are passive. So that's the first question. The second question for choosing the right nation is which unique unit or which unit type is your favorite type. There are the close combat fighters like the Romans, for example, the Germans and the Japanese, the cavalry like the French and the Greeks, and the far distance fighters, the range fighters like the British, the Chinese and the Koreans. So after putting these first 2 points down, let's start with the Romans. The Romans have the unique unit, the Legion. The Legion has a 25% health bonus, which is quite useful as meat shields, but not in another way. The nation bonus increases maximum army size or the capacity by 10%. If you are in one of the lower ages, like for example you have 30 troops, you get by 10% only 3 extra troops by this nation bonus. But if you are in the global age, for example, where you can have 150 troops, these 10% are just 15 more troops, and that's just a huge amount, I think. Because it's only this bonus for your army size, the Romans are clearly an active nation. Only choose it if you are often online and attacking someone, and if you are okay, and if you are if you feel comfortably if you play with close distance fighters, close combat fighters. Next nation, the Koreans, which were added in one add-on and an upload for some months ago. The unique unit is the Huarang, a far distance unit, a bowman. It deals 40% more damage and is really, really strong by this. The nation bonus refunds loot after being attacked. 10% you get back after you get attacked. It's nice. And the other way, it increases the maximum war tactics capacity. So you can take 4 war tactics, and the fifth tactic you can research in the library, and in the industrial age you even get 6 tactics. It's really crazy. It's crank. So because of this bonus, refunding loot after being attacked is as well an active as well as a passive bonus, and increases army war tactics capacity is an active bonus. So I choose the Koreans to take as a moderate or even as an active players unit nation. So it's nothing for passive players. I would recommend it if you are active and if you feel comfortable. That word I searched for when you're playing with far distance or bowman player units. Next nation, the Japanese. By the way, I would say the Japanese is the most useless nation in the whole game. But if you feel comfortable with it, I don't want to say anything against you. But I for myself can't get friends with this nation. The unique unit is the Bushi. The Bushi deals 20% more damage, so it is not only a meat shield, it can also destroy buildings and kill enemies far or much faster. The town center is the bonus of the nation. It shoots at invaders, and it's okay. It's something like a big tower or a castle, but this bonus is quite not that big advantage. It increases also the length of peace treaties, which is only interesting for people who are playing for medals. But all in all, I can only say this nation is quite worthless. I would only recommend it for passive players, and otherwise in To sum it up, I don't want to recommend this nation, but if you want to take it, just take it if you are passive. As active player, you won't get friend with it and you won't get the advantages. Next nation, the Greeks. The unique unit is the companion, a cavalry, which is changing to a tank in the industrial age. It deals about 25% more damage and has over 10% more health. It's very, very good because it gets 2 bonuses instead of only 1 bonus. Refunds part of upgrade costs, so if you're upgrading something, you get 5% back. It's nice, you can upgrade more things, and you get the instantly finishing upgrades and general's recovery under 50 minutes for free. Other nations only can finish upgrades and general recovery 5 minutes for free. This nation can do it 15 minutes and 5 minutes per age. So in the global age, I think you can finish the upgrades and general recovery 65 minutes when I'm right. I think I'm right, 65 minutes, so over an hour because before it ends. That's quite fast. That's really, really fast. But the problem about this is you have to be online exactly at this point when you can use it. If you are not online at this time and if you are offline too long, you can't get this bonus because then the time runs out and everyone, if you collect it and use the bonus, or if you don't use the bonus, the upgrade ends. So I put the Greeks at moderate or even as passive. I'm not quite sure, as a moderate or as an active nation, because you have to be online at the right point to use or to get the advantage of the second nation bonus. The Germans are again a nation which has the unique unit close combat fighter. It's a Vandal, deals 20% more damage, so exactly the same like the Japanese, but it's equivalent to the Japanese because it's not a passive nation and not completely senseless in my opinion. In my opinion, Germans are quite useful because the duration of the rally is doubled and it reduces the cooldown of the rally, so you can use the rally more often than other players. If you have researched it, you can use it every 25 seconds, I think. It's really fast and it lasts for half longer. No, for the same, it lasts the double time. So they are running and shooting very fast for a very long time if you activate rally. That's nice. And if you get a multiplayer victory, you get 15% more troop damage. If you 1-star an enemy and get 1-star at him, it is already a victory, and then you get the 15% more damage, and it's quite nice for people who are playing for medals. So I only would recommend the Germans for active players, definitely only for active. So let's see about the French as next nation. The unique nation unit is the Chevalier, which is, by the way, only the French word for the knight. But it gives 20% more health and 15% more damage. It's quite a moderate specific unit. It don't get a huge health bonus and only a little damage bonus. It don't get a huge health bonus and only a little damage bonus. It gets a moderate health and a moderate damage bonus. It's okay, really nice. It reduces the time it takes to train an army, so army training costs or army training time is reduced by 20%. That's fast because you can produce huge armies in the industrial and global age very fast, so only for players that are often attacking. And it increases the maximum allied army size so the troops you can get donated. So it's only for active players, not for any passive or moderate players, only for active players, because you have to attack and often retrain and get troops donated in an alliance to use this bonus. If you are not in an alliance, don't take this nation. Use the whole nation bonus, otherwise it's senseless. Next nation, my nation, the British. I love them. The British nation is also an only active nation, and if the more you are active, the more this nation is fucking paying out. The nation has such a big bonus that they only have 1 instead of 2. Other nations nearly all have 2 bonuses, the Britain only 1. But this bonus is so great, increases the loot stolen during attacks 15%. So every attack you are doing, the more you are getting or robbing from others, the more bonus you get. I can show you a picture over here, I think. Wait, where is it? I have to search for it. See this attack. 728,000. It means that I get 15% bonus on it only by attacking. I got 700,000, and 700,000 multiplied by 15% are nearly 80,000. It's just huge. It's just huge, which I'm getting every attack. So I only can recommend it to you. Yes. The unique unit is the Longbowman. Later it's getting the Germanry, Royal Germanry, the Black Watch, and the Royal shit unit. I don't know, but it's really strong. It has a wow, I didn't recognize this. It has a 1+1 range and 15% more damage. I didn't recognize it. 15% more damage. I only knew about the +1 range, but if it has also a damage bonus, it's even more great in nation and even more great nation units than I ever thought. Wow. So I only can recommend it to active players. If you are not attacking, this whole nation is absolutely fucking senseless for you. You have to attack, and you have often to attack. I think the last nation, yes, the last nation for you, I can show to you. Are the Chinese people. The Chinese people have the unique unit, the Chukonu. The Chukonu has a really high cadence, so it fires twice as fast as other ranged troops. But I have to say, I used the Chinese nation, and I can only say redoubts and other buildings are killing these Chukonus that fast that the Chukonus are often not getting in the range to use their cadence. If they are not close enough to the enemy to shoot and to shoot fast, the whole bonus is senseless. So I'm quite not sure whether this is such a great bonus. The nation bonus you get is additional citizen and mercenary camp capacity, so you get a bigger mercenary camp, quite interesting for active players which are attacking, and you get an additional citizen. One more citizen is nice to get some enemies hunted, some animals hunted, for example, and other things, but 2 more people would be great to get your trees and mines looted, but one more people only. I think it's not that big advantage that I could say, hey, it's worth to take them. The other bonus about the Chinese, the national bonus, is it grants bonus defenders at the town center per age, 1 per age more, so even in every age you get more defenders in the town center, and I would say it's a passive nation. The onlyest fact which I put it on moderate, not on passive, is because of the mercenary camp. Mercenary camp you can only use for attacking, and therefore I said, okay, let's take on moderate, but it is a moderate or even a passive nation. As an active player, I completely can't recommend it to you. Yes, I can say that to you. There is no best nation. I for myself say the British are the best, but that's I think the French are also really, really strong. The Germans are really okay. I can't say it. So British, French, Germans, I'm not quite sure. I would take one of these nations, but it's a subjective way of thinking and an opinion, and I can't speak for other ones. I only can say to you I can tell you my I don't know the word. My experience. Yes, my experience with the troops, with these troops or with these nations I already got. So, at this time, let's get to the next topic. My next big topic is which world wonders to choose. I will start down from the Iron Age, go over the Classical and Gunpowder Age up to the Industrial Age, and show you all world wonders which are available and count their specific bonuses and effects. So start with it. I did a ranking and I did an order depending on my own subjective opinion, in which I say, hey, this is the most recommendable and the most not recommendable, and in these arrows you see how I would rank it as a passive, active or moderate world wonder, so for passive, active or moderate players. Start with the Acropolis. I also chose the Acropolis. The Acropolis decreases the spawn time of your defenders by 20%. So every building which is in the range of the Acropolis spawns defenders more fast than it would not be in the range. All garrisons, all barracks, all command posts, the Colosseum, all defender producing buildings are producing more fast. The defenders even get 15% more health. It's also nice, and the effect stays active even if it's destroyed. So if you place it at the right place and the garrisons and buildings and stables are long active, they will produce a mass of troops. It's huge. The second and third, the Stonehenge and the Hanging Gardens are sharing the second and third place. I'm not quite sure which to take at the second and the third place, so I put them both on these places. The Stonehenge grants you a caravan income plus 20% and a road network bonus of plus 100%, so it gives you a huge amount of more gold, but it's only for passive players. The Hanging Gardens are giving you the trees and mines collecting time is decreased by 50%, so it don't last 10 or 20 seconds, I think, to get the resources from a tree and from a mine. It only lasts 10 seconds. The regeneration time is decreased by 20%, so you can collect the trade goods and the resources more often. And the collecting amount is increased by 20%, so you get more food and you get more gold from the mines and from the trees. I would set both of the World Wonders as passive, but I decided to take the Hanging Gardens also as a moderate World Wonder, because from trees and mines you get trade goods, and with trade goods you can activate blessings and hire some mercenaries, and because of that I said it's also some kind of active, and I could put it as moderate. So only to get so last but not least, the pyramids, but I think the pyramids are the most ridiculous world wonder in the Iron Age. I even don't want to mention it, but I do it for fairness. So the pyramids grants you a farms produce faster 20%. That's all. Your fucking farms. And I think most of your players, or many of your players, for especially the players which are online very often and attacking very often, they know my problem, and my problem is I always have too much food. And why are these fucking pyramids now let farms produce faster, and then I will get even more food which I can't use. So this bonus is so little, 20%, and only food production. That's so ridiculous. There is no advantage, and I can't recommend it at all. Fucking pyramids. I can recommend the Acropolis, and if you are a passive player, Stonehenge or Hanging Gardens. But if you are active, definitely the Acropolis. No way around. So next age, talk about the classical age. By the way, this picture has a really sad resolution. Sorry for this, it's not that good in optical way. But now let's talk about the main aspect, the world wonders. The world wonder I chose was the Colosseum, but I ranked the Colosseum as well as the Forbidden City as at place 1 and place 2 of the ranking to decide on everybody's own opinion. The Colosseum spawns 8 defenders after 5 seconds, so it functions, or it works as a big garrison. It's a huge garrison. It has more health points than an ordinary garrison. Spawns twice as much defenders in, I think, less than half of the time. So you get more defenders faster, and it is even harder to destroy. That's crazy. Another bonus is the huge range. If you place it at the right place, the range is about the whole map. So there's no place at the map which is not covered. It's just insane. Another nice fact, the Colosseum is depending on your highest garrison. If all of your garrisons are at level 1 and you get one on level 8, the defenders which spawn from the Colosseum are all at the level of your highest garrison. Nice to know. Your town center defenders also depend on your highest garrison, and your your forest defenders, these cavalry which is riding from the forest, are depending on your highest stable. You can also, there is a third bonus, a third great bonus, I can't understand, but another bonus, the daily tactic gladiator strength you can take from the Colosseum. It gives you 300% damage and 200% speed, so your troops get insanely powerful and fast and destroy everything in their range. So it's just a ridiculous bonus, especially for the World War. The next good world wonder I can highly recommend is the Forbidden City, often seen by players which are playing for medals, because the Forbidden City acts as a second town center. So if you want to get the star of an enemy, or an enemy wants to get the star of you when you have the Forbidden City chosen the Forbidden City, he has to destroy the Forbidden City and even the ordinary town center. So if you place them strategically at two far distance points at the map, it's hard to kill both within 1 minute, and you get it, or you make it more hard for an enemy to get the star at you. The not mentionable, not worth, the bonus, which is the another bonus. Oh wow! The other bonus of the Forbidden City is the daily food bonus. You get 5,000 food. It's not much, and you get plus 5,000 per age. But you can. It's not even worth to mention it. It's such a little advantage. I won't mention it. The next most worthy or valuable world wonder is the Notre Dame. Nice to know. The Notre Dame is the onlyest building in the game which cannot be destroyed, and I'm quite sure it is a reference or a link to the Second World War and to other wars, because Paris often got attacked and often got attacked and often got destroyed. But I think I can remember that the Notre Dame was the onlyest building which never were destroyed completely, and so it's a reference or a link that not only in the reality but also in the game you can't destroy the Notre Dame. Nice to know. So the Notre Dame gains you or gives you a daily gold bonus of 5,000 plus 5,000 per age. It's the exactly equivalent of the Forbidden City. Forbidden City gives you a food bonus, Notre Dame gives you a gold bonus, but the primary and more important bonus of the Notre Dame is the library research. Library research and troop upgrades costs minus 10%, so you can upgrade and research for less gold, and especially from the Enlightenment age up, researches and upgrades get really expensive, and from the Enlightenment age up you will save very much money in food and oil by this bonus. The last and not very recommendable world wonder, like in every age there's one world wonder which is not really recommendable, is the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army gives you a daily bonus army of 10 range and 10 close combat troops, the Terracotta Army, and this army is okay, but it's not that strong that you can say, hey, take it. The Colosseum gives you the daily word tactic, and it's way better, I think. The other effect of the Terracotta Army, it gives castles and barracks in its range a durability of plus 20%, so it's harder to destroy them. But especially the barracks have that little health points that this 20% they are not worth it. And the castle, it's nice to have, but I think it's all in all, it's just not recommendable. Take the Forbidden City or the Colosseum as active player and as the Notre Dame as passive player. Otherwise, I can't recommend to you. The next age is the Gunpowder Age. Talking again about the world wonders, I chose the Versailles. The Versailles is quite effective for active and for passive players, but I put it on active because it gives defender and barrack troops plus 10% health. So also your defending and your attacking troops, the troops you attack with in the multiplayer and in the World War, get plus 10% health. It's ridiculous for cavalry and for tanks especially. The another nice effect for defending, for World War and for medals, it slows down enemies in its range for 30%. So it works as a huge caltrop trap. Caltrop traps also reduce the speed of your enemies, and that's really nice because the Versailles has a huge range, a really huge range, and completely in this range enemies get slowed down, and the effect stays active even if it's destroyed. So you can't deactivate this effect. So get your mind on and think about where to place the Versailles. It has a really strategic function if you place it in the right place and stop the enemy. It often saved me some stars in the World War, or I got the enemy that he couldn't get that much stars off me when I tried to save medals. The next highly recommendable World Wonder is the Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat you can also take as an active player, but I would really more recommend it for passive players. The Angkor Wat gets you or grants you a daily trade good bonus of 3 trade goods you can't choose, so they are randomly, like the leadership, which is coming to you every day. Per age you get 1 more trade bonus, and it heals defending troops every 2 seconds, and that's a really great bonus about it, because cavalry and tanks especially get that much health from them that they are really hard to kill if you got the Angkor Wat. So I can definitely recommend one of these both World Wonders to you. The third most recommendable World Wonder is the Temple of Tikal. It's for passive players. It gives you a trade good capacity of 2+2, so you can take in the Enlightenment Age, for example, 22 at the maximum if you researched and upgraded everything, in the Industrial Age 24 and in the Global Age 26. But it's not that much good. If it would be +4 or +6, I would say, hey, that's quite comparable from its valuability to the, or from its value, better to say, from its value, it's more comparable to the other World Wonders, but only +2 trade goods, it's not worth, I think. It also refunds stone resources by 3%. That's just a joke. If you activate the blessing, you get much more stone resources back. 3% it's such a ridiculous number. Why don't they give you only 2 trade good capacity +2 trade good capacity and refunds only 3% of your stone resources? If they would increase this amount, it would be a highly recommendable World Wonder, but with only +2 and 3%, it's definitely not recommendable, in my opinion. Again, there's one asshole or one pain in the ass World Wonder in every age. In this age, it is the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal grants you a daily free mercenary army, but again, it's a random army, so you can really get some shitty army on it of it, and don't be happy about that. And it gives you a multiplayer loot bonus of +2. Absolutely not recommendable. If you remember, if you take, or I remind you, if you take the Britons or the British nation, you get +15% loot bonus. Why they use this low count? Why use they only why they use only 2%? Why did they not use a higher number, like multiplayer loot bonus of 5% or 10%? It would be really recommendable, but it's in that way, it's just not recommendable. Take the Angkor Wat or take the Versailles. In every case, I won't recommend Temple of Tikal or Taj Mahal. Definitely not. Let's get to the Industrial Age and to the last age to recommend some World Wonders and to present them to you. In the Industrial Age, I can definitely say I'm not quite sure, but I think I will take the Brandenburg Gate or the Eiffel Tower. Let's start with the Brandenburg Gate. It's for active players. It gets to use the daily tactic Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg works like a big sabotage tactic. So if you use it, you get a range of 10 in which 14 seconds no defenders will spawn. It doesn't matter whether town center, general, garrison, stable, command post, everything is sabotaged, and they will don't appear for 14 seconds. It's great, especially for World War, for getting medals. I can highly recommend it for you, but the problem is the second bonus. The second bonus gives factory troops 20% damage. It's only very useful or recommendable if you're playing a lot with factory troops, such as a machine gunner, the saboteur, and the heavy tank, I think. If you're not playing with them, I can't really recommend it to you, because then one of two bonuses is not active and not working for you, and that's not good. The another really good world wonder is the Eiffel Tower. It increases the world capacity by 200,000, so that you can take in the industrial age a maximum of 900,000 start, and in the global age 1 million gold, food, or an amount of, I don't know, but you can also store some oil in it. And if you get an increased vault capacity, you will also be able to get more interest. You can research in the library that you get interest by the gold and by the food you put inside. So if the amount you put inside is bigger, you will also get more interest after it. You can also take from the Eiffel Tower a weekly free peace treaty of 12 hours, so a big peace treaty. So for especially these players like me, which are playing for medals, it's highly recommendable. If you're getting online, doing some successful attacks, getting some medals, you are really happy, but then you have to get offline. If you get offline, you get attacked and you lose very many medals, and that sucks really. But if you can activate the weekly free peace treaty, it's a really nice thing for you. So, I'm not quite sure which world wonder I will take, but there's also the Kreml. It's really nice. The Kreml destroyed... I missed this word or this letter. I wanted to say destroyed, but I think you know what I mean. The Kreml spawns at destroyed farms 2 defenders. So if a farm of you gets killed, 2 defenders will appear, and the defenders, again, like the Colosseum, they depend on your highest garrison. So if all of your 8 farms get destroyed, there will be 16 defenders. I think it's not bad. But the main aspect or the main effect of the Kreml is it increases your wall durability by 20%. So your walls get really strong if they are in range of the Kreml. I can really recommend it for you. At least the pain in the ass world wonder, it's the Statue of Liberty. It gives you a daily oil bonus, which is not bad, but the oil bonus is such little, only 150, and I'm not quite sure how it increases during the next ages. Probably you get 150 more per age, but 300 daily bonus of oil is just a joke. Your oil refinery or your oil wells are even producing more. The second bonus is air units damage plus 20%. It's nice, it's okay, but it's not enough. These 2 effects are really ridiculous. I can't even recommend it. I would heavily recommend to you, or highly recommend to you, Brandenburg Gate or the Eiffel Tower. For example, if you want to, you can also take the Kreml, but I won't recommend you take the Statue of Liberty. Hey guys, I hope I could help you. I could help you with the nations and with the world wonders, which is useful for you and worth to take. And if there are some critics or some questions to me, write me in the comments, write a message to me. I will answer you soon. And let's see us soon. Bye bye, guys.